it always felt like we were trying so hard to mimic the sounds of like the West, or mimic the sounds of like, okay, I wanna have this album that sounds like Travis Scott, or I want this album to sound like, you know, Wayne or something. That's cool if you want to do that, bro. But why am I listening to you though?
Exactly.
I want a reason to listen to you.
Welcome back to Kallithunigang. Today we are in Kochi and we are joined by Bunnyboo, who just released their highly anticipated and very experimental album Shall We Proceed under the Piyakala Records, which is getting lots of positive reception right now. So I'm not gonna waste much time, so let's give a warm welcome for the wonderful duo Nerdyrengan and 14thindian, also known as Nerdyrengan and Varun Gokul.
Yes.
Yay! So we are here for the shoot in for sale center.
Yeah, we're shooting for that's why we don't trust like this.
I trust like it's all okay.
You trust it, I don't. But yeah, we're shooting video for the design film.
Okay. Oh, everyone, we are in
Trinity World,
Kakinada.
Shout out.
Yeah. So, how are you guys doing?
Good. I'm doing great.
Yeah,
I'm doing wonderful. Dude, the reception for the album's been great.
Yeah,
It's been very good.
next. What he said. Yeah.
Great. So, what does Bunnyboo stand for?
The name or like
You want
Both. Like,
Dude, when we made our first project, As We Proceed,
Yeah.
so that happened in 4 days.
yeah.
oh,
And the whole thing, everything like music videos, the
Recording, a lot of the writing, most of everything happened in like. So what really happened is basically we are filmmakers. At the end of the day, we work more in film, but we always love music and we always used to talk a lot because we have very similar tastes in music.
So when we decided to do this, there was one beat on the song.
He sent me like I remember we were shooting for. We decided to do something because he first started producing on DaVinci Resolve. Okay, that's how we started chopping beats up because we didn't know any other like DAW to use or anything. So he sent me something and I thought it was really cool and I said let's do something and he was like, oh, I'm taking this seriously and I'm like yeah. And I kind of fucked off because we were working on What to See Zombie, Cyril's film. And so he would keep sending me beats and he sent me around like 40-50 different beats and I couldn't listen to anything because shoot is going on, right? And I come back and right after the shoot I listened to this and it's insane and we picked a couple of beats and we just started working. He came from Uttar Pradesh, very size, and most of the album all he produced, I rap on most of it. And on the last track is this track where I kind of hand over the mic to him and I don't rap much, I just give the intro. And that song is called Bunnyboo Curtain Call, which was the last song on.
And then it just happened to be that we named all of our things after that Bunnyboo. We started naming our YouTube channel
Bunnyboo, all that.
They initially asked me if we wanted to go by the same name. I was like, no, bro, I don't know. I don't know how committed we are to this, how well this will do.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to let my friends know that I rap. They're not going to look at me the same way. So then they know, then we did it, and then after that, it's just Bunnyboo.
yeah. So, one of my first introduction to you guys are like 747 Leapfrogs.
Yeah.
After like, adilodeana like my introduction to you guys. So, how did you guys meet each other?
That's not 747.
That's
not
a while
back.
Yeah, 747 is actually me just like fucking around in a way. That was just I think an MF Doom beat, produced beat, which I just like rapped over. I think Joey Badass has rapped over it too.
Okay.
On like 1999, right?
Yeah.
And
World Domination.
Oh,
Yeah, same beat.
Yeah.
But dude, me and Ren, like 2020 pandemic, on Twitter, there was a bunch of things. There was a thing called Mallu Twitter. I was 16, he was 20. Great content. He used to upload great content. Really good things. And so back then, like, there was only one other person who used to listen to the same music that I used to listen to. I used to listen to Swans and Sloss and Malone and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's only one other person who would listen to this. And I thought this was not. I didn't think this was him. I thought Varun Menon, this is the other Varun Menon, okay? Who I think was the founder of DMM, Damn Solana or something. Yeah. So I thought I was tweeting at him, not this kid. Okay. Yeah, and later I realized, oh shit, wait. And then I saw like what he makes, like he was still shooting at that time. He was still creating content at that time, making, you know, and he was still using music that I really love. He made a video with like Koreatown Oddity, Koreatown Oddity, and I was like, whoa.
And then we had a bunch of things, like I never really got into music because I was really insecure about music. But I remember through people I would try to get into music. There was this producer called Breadman.
Yeah.
Shout out Paras.
Actually, I rapped on Paras.
Yeah. He would rap over his beats and I would make videos for it.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, and then I realized, okay, well, if I got rid of the middleman, which I shouldn't have. He's a great producer.
Yeah,
and he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But he started making beats after a point, and I thought that, you know what, I'll just take over. And then that's how it happened. We met back in 2019 or 2020.
2020.
And we started working together quite quickly. You know, 2021.
And even if it's not music, we started working on like films like Sim and Samba, other stuff. Shout out. We had I mean, still there, but we're not active anymore. We used to be this collective called Kitchen Sing Drama, and we distributed his film
To Be a Fly
on Your Mango.
That came out in Kochi in Cafe Papaya.
We held a screening and everything. So we were working, but like it wasn't.
It was not with this kind of camaraderie. That developed over time. Yeah, for sure.
So let's go back to Shall We Proceed.
Yeah.
So what was the process of making the album?
It was, dude. That's I remember back in after Payangadal came. After a while after Payangadal came, we were growing a little colder to it, the project as a whole. We started feeling some kind of way about it. And we were like, we need to do something on our own. We definitely need to put something out with our own merit, whatever it may be. And then we started to work on it. And I remember during the first stages, I would make these. I was so inspired by Veteran by JP Morgan. And I loved how brash was in the face was. Whether what is the track? I can't wait till
Morrissey
dies. Yeah. So when all of those things came out, I'm like, you can name a track like that. That's how They Lost There for a Pack of Lives came up. That's the first idea we had was that.
Yeah.
Like one track has to be called They Lost There.
I There for a Pack of Lives.
Yeah. And so I remember I sent him that, and I was sending him these brash, abrasive beats. Halfway through, he's like, dude, but there isn't an ethereal quality to it. There isn't something that is. That's pushing the boundary.
Yeah,
this is the boundary.
Yeah, there was something, because I feel like me as a rapper, I was kind of like, I was just screaming a lot. Like if it's Payangadal, there's a lot of there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of angst, and that's there in Shall We Proceed as well. But like, there's something
else. Learn from it.
Yeah, but there's something else to everything. There's a humane side to all of it, and for that I think this is one of his favorite albums and mine too. There's this album called Journey to Sachidananda, Alice Coltrane, which I love and he loves too.
Yeah, there was a bunch of.
So I sent him this track from there. I know he had listened to it, but you know, and we were like
something about John Coltrane.
There's something about that side, the human side of it all. You know, they go to the metaphysical. They think about they do go there. You know, but
they did a lot of drugs then, dude. They did a lot of acid then. You know, and acid and cocaine makes you think that way. But then, dude, the thing is, without that, how can you think that? They already access these places. And definitely, I mean, when you're thinking about it, if you really think about the sphere that we work in. Whether we like it or not, we're going to be categorized as DHH.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
But one part about DHH is to take advantage of it. Always take advantage of a situation that you are in. If you can make the best out of it is what I believe. So, and I realized that, okay, fine, if we are going to be boxed into DHH, we might as well try to push it out of the boundaries. A bunch of people try to do that already. Yeah. But they don't do it well. I don't mean it in a way that they don't do it like in a way that's worse than us. They do it in a way that's better than us. But for some reason, it just doesn't feel authentic, you know?
Yeah, that's just one thing. Like, see, even in like Kerala hip hop, I followed a lot of Malayalam hip hop. Like, since I was a late teen, like probably 2019, 2020, 2018. From then, I've been following Kerala hip hop. And as much as I love Malayalam hip hop, it always feels like till now, maybe till a certain point, it always felt like we were trying so hard to mimic the sounds of like the West, or mimic the sounds of like, okay, I wanna have this album that sounds like Travis Scott, or I want this album to sound like, you know, Wayne or something. That's cool if you want to do that, bro. But why am I listening to you though?
Exactly.
I want a reason to listen to you. give me something.
There is a
because I like
sound
to-
few, that comes out of you. There's always like when I say that someone's not doing it to that level, I mean it in the sense that.
And I'm not saying again taking Western inspiration or anything off from any place is bad. We obviously everyone does.
But
that
for
is
some
the core
reason,
of
it
it all.
always like we keep going back to a colonial mindset. We keep reaching back to the same things, even like whether it be any sort of standard that we use, whether it be a certain mixing standard as well. We always go back to like, oh, I want it to sound like this track. But especially throughout the course of Payangadal, we realize that there is so much great music in India.
Yeah.
And we know nothing about music, and we're honestly the worst people
Yeah.
to do it as well. But then, like, whatever we do know, and whatever small, like, community that we have created, it's simply off of references.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we were our references, honestly. If you ask me the sample to a track, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Because they did it first. It's just going to be like that.
We sample things on ourselves. We don't care.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
don't-
happens. That's what
I think that's the half the this thing of sampling is half the charm of sampling is to know what sampling is.
Yeah.
Not for all cases, but for some
Yeah, but
cases.
to a degree, because that by itself, we take a lot of even lyrical inspiration from what the sample is.
Yeah.
We're not.
There's a track, dude. This album was supposed to be much longer.
Yeah.
Much longer in the sense that we made 20 tracks. Yeah, we made 16, 20 tracks. We were planning to release a deluxe and stuff, and then we realized half of it is quite bad.
Yeah. Even to the like the most like in a way like disheartening maybe, I don't know, because we usually we work at quite a fast pace. Probably again as we proceed we took what 4 days. 4 days. Payangadal also just a couple of months.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, that's about it. And
This one took a year.
But this one took a year because
From the start.
because
that's like a question that I got a lot from like people. Like they ask like why it took so long for this project to come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's interesting.
Okay, I mean,
questions.
yeah, no, I mean, this is thing also we learned how to kind of leave our ego at the door in a way. It's the work. That's something that we learned because while we were making Payangadal also, we would like make a song and if we think it's hard, we would call each other and be like, bro, you're the best producer in India, bro. And he's like, you're the best rapper. Like, we
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like.
We would do that a lot.
We would do that a lot. We would like, we would ride that ego quite a bit. So when that happens, you kind of blind to a lot of the pretense that you kind of put in the music.
Our music was pretentious. Right?
Very pretentious.
I think it still is.
it
a little
still
bit
is to a
pretentious,
degree.
but-
That is what it is.
You don't think it's pretentious?
I mean, that's a question that I have to ask. Like,
Yeah.
do you guys feel like it's pretentious?
I think
okay, there is like
is
okay,
pretentious.
even in like some tracks, you guys reference the pretentiousness too, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
shall we
we're doing it as
proceed?
a
Yeah.
rivalry camp or something.
Rivalry composition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Dude,
But
I
it-
think a lot of that awareness came on this album because
Yeah.
I mean the problem is the process of this album went in this way: we'd make a beat, he'd rap over it, and due to some circumstances, maybe we were working on something else. It would take maybe a month before we
Yeah.
worked on that again. And then after a month, we're going back to this track. This is a horrible music we just made, bro.
Yeah.
We need to scrap this immediately.
Yeah.
And like that, it'll happen 20, 30 times. Whole verses, whole entire song structures all scrapped and like
We thought the album was done in February.
Yeah.
That's why we put out,
Put out
like,
Bunnyboo
Bunnyboo Live. We
Live,
put out
ah.
Bunnyboo Live in February because we thought the album was done. And there was this song which was like 6-7 minutes long in the middle of it. Okay. Which is this big gigantic jazz, matte sample, all this shit, me rapping, the other hook, other. And we are like, oh great. Like for a second we just took some time. And we are like, this is dog shit, this is pretentious as fuck.
Shout out the people who told us it was pretentious.
Yeah, it was pretentious.
Shout out
Yeah.
all the significant others.
Yeah,
Shout out
all
all the roommates.
Roommates, all our homies.
My
who were-
roommate Priyam, we oftentimes sometimes we will make a like.
Shout out Priyam, man. Shout out Priyam.
Shout out Priyam.
Shout out Priyam. Priyam does a lot of like. Priyam co-directs most videos with
Yeah.
Varun.
100%.
So shout out Priyam, man. And yes, you continue.
Yeah, no, but part of that came with like we would be bumping our head to every song, and that song came up, and then the head nodding would stop.
Stop.
Like, something's wrong, And
And I would be in Kochi and I am listening. That's a whole other thing. This is not like we're not in the studio together. So he's there in Raebareli. I'm in Kochi.
This is the second time we're meeting over the course of this
Yeah.
album.
First
yeah.
part was like to shoot Bunnyboo Live and Ayodhya.
Sorry.
And now to shoot this. We haven't met in between all of this.
Yeah.
And so we were like, so at that point, it took a long time for us to get here, and there was a sort of satisfaction or like calm you get thinking, oh, job done. Okay, now we can do the mix master, or we can do the distribution. We scrapped that song and we knew there need to be one more song there. And we are like, what to do? Now we are ran out of ideas. We are like running on nothing at this point. Because we've said everything we needed to say. That's when Fuck Jerry Seinfeld happened. That's how Fuck Jerry Seinfeld
We scrapped that song and then we were like, fuck it, we need to make something. And I was like, oh, I really like Squabbler.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a song like Squabbler. And then that's how Fuck Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, and
you can rap Squabbler exactly over Fuck Jerry Seinfeld. It's the same structure.
Spectre on Twitter, if you I know you're watching this right now, bro. Just you know what to do. Yeah.
That was a long answer to a
That
very
was
simple
a long
question.
answer. Sorry. This is how it's gonna be.
That's good.
Who's editing? Me alone.
He came to me and asked, bro, okay, we'll ask in-depth questions. Hope you have like in-depth answers. And I'm like,
What's your name? So, my mother was
yeah.
Like there's like an age difference between you guys. So how does that dynamic work? And like
He's grooming me. I'm joking.
God, please add that part, dude.
Dude, no.
yeah.
What, you want to go?
I mean, I don't know, man. No, because he always has like, it's just taste in a way.
Yeah.
We just like the same shit.
It's a different reason for me. I think when I came to India, I was very like, I wasn't in India. I
You're in UAE, right?
I grew up in UAE.
Yeah.
So when I came over here and suddenly I was put in a village in Uttar Pradesh, everything changed.
Yeah.
So then there were very select few people who helped me out of this rut. Who told me that, this is a very normal thing that has happened to you. You should not victimize yourself like this. And one of those people was, I realized that even before we started making music, whether we were working on films also, I was like, yeah, this guy's an older person, an older figure. So like, I'm taking advice of kind of. And then over time I realized I had nothing to really take advice of. It is nothing. So then, over the course of time, it kind of became that way. Now, really, the age difference doesn't really show, but then for sure, like even in certain instances in life, like our relationship extends more than just the music. Like, we work on films, we are friends.
We are also friends.
Yeah, exactly. So those kind of things, beyond just a musical relationship. And music shit just comes. What's the word, like involuntarily? Kind of, it just happens. We don't really talk about, like very rarely do we get too technical about the things that we just like, okay, if you feel this way, it feels this way. That's why the albums mix so horribly.
We don't know much to say technical stuff either. It's just all of it is just feeling. And about the age thing, I don't really know, bro, because it's always been the work in a way. The first thing, I have a lot of respect for him as an artist, and not just in like music, just as a filmmaker. We all do. Like most people here, I don't want to like fucking glaze him while he's standing there, but like
no please.
But all of us, like despite the age, like he's probably one of the youngest people here. Even you saw a lot of the crew here too. And all of us, we are the same age, but he's young. But he just started doing this way earlier, and it's just talent, man. He just started putting out like undeniable shit, which we get jealous of. That's how we know when we see when we want to work with people. No, I'm gonna glaze the shit. No, bro. I'm saying is we get pissed off when we see something really good. Because, oh fuck, we really like you, dude, but I want to do something better than this guy, right? And at that point, we're like, that's how we kind of started, that's how we started working together. I guess it's mutual for us in that way. So that's all there is to it. Hi. You continue. Yes, you continue.
Yeah. You did a short film, right? What is it called?
To be a fly on your man?
No, the one that's like black and white with like the fish and all.
Oh, Peace to Vikram.
Oh, that was like an amazing. My God, like we were like glazing it like so much.
Really?
Me and my friends,
You liked
like,
it?
yeah, it was amazing.
Nice, man.
Like, very-
Priyam on that.
Priyam.
too.
Shout out Priyam, man. Shout out Priyam. Piyakala.
Shout out.
What's Pia color?
Piyakala, dude. So we started it out with that one song, South Delhi Pricks.
South Delhi,
We knew that we wanted to I feel like the things that we put out have a certain aesthetic to it.
Yes.
And they're like a little idiosyncratic. I mean, you could kind of associate it with something. We take a lot from old Indian films and stuff like that. So, and even our sounds, old Bollywood music and all that stuff. What happened?
No, you just said, I don't know, man, you continue.
So then, yeah, we thought that we should probably tag it with something, label it with something. But we don't know what exactly it was. And then over the course of time, we realized that, see, we worked with a lot of collectives. We know that it's not.
And all.
Yeah.
Oh.
we know how it works.
Like,
We know how it
I
works,
mean,
Yeah.
in the sense, more than Makbul
KSD.
is a collective that already existed that we
Yeah.
worked with. That he wasn't talking about that. We're talking about like in Kochi, like we worked with a lot of like collectives. We formed collectives, and most of
We
them
worked with so many
different
people in like they always have this thing that they want to form a collective, and collectives never work out.
Yeah.
Collectives never work out. Okay, so Piyakala is not a collective. It is just something that if a project happens and it happens to come out through Piyakala, it comes out through Piyakala. That's it.
we just know like, oh, this is Piyakala.
Yeah, this
because
is Piyakala. It looks like Piyakala. It probably
yeah,
is
because
Piyakala.
both of us work otherwise also.
Yeah.
You know, we do other shit as well. So not everything is like Piyakala, but this is probably Piyakala. It's just a way for us to like tag. Okay.
We're not trying to monetize anything.
Yeah.
We're not trying to put a financial incentive to it, like because we know we don't have the finances to do that. I can't fund anyone's project. We just know that, look, man, if you want a certain if you want help in a certain way, and you want a product to be a certain way, the way that our products end up becoming, then
Okay, something that you guys give high importance to is visual. Like either work in like visualism, like primarily filmmakers, like you guys give so much like importance to visuals. So like how much of the stuff like comes with the music? Like like music like storyboard or it's just like comes after it?
dude. So if I'm
that question comes from Advait. So like, yeah.
oh, shout out Advait.
Shout out Advait, yeah.
Bro, if I'm directing something, or if I'm directing with, say, Priyam or whoever, it's just when Priyam was. Yeah. So if I'm directing something, me and Priyam have a great backhand. So we know that, okay, if we write something, I go and we'll just shoot it. There's never been a storyboard. There's never been a budget. We had a budget for Bunnyboo Live and Clump. We had food. Okay, and it went in the cost years. The fact of the matter is that, like, I think I've developed in my head that I need to change. It's probably not the best thing. I've developed a certain a really like to go and film something. Like a method. It's very instinctual, and it happens on set. It's happening right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to hold me upside down like that. It just happened. And so there's never really a storyboard. I know in my head that, look, this shot comes after this shot, this comes, like the edit is set in my head.
Yeah, because and we all know this in a way because we worked because Bunnyboo Live, I think I wrote Bunnyboo.
Yeah,
I wrote Bunnyboo Live. The
You wrote
video.
Clum also, a section of it.
Yeah, mainly Clum is Ayodhya is mainly there. Bunnyboo Live, yeah. Bunnyboo Live.
It has a different name.
No, Clum was the beat
beat.
that he sends, and we
okay.
just kept calling it Clum for a bit. For Bunnyboo Live, there is no type of pre-production. No. I sent it to him. He came. I'm gonna shoot him. He shot.
Yeah, dude, generally whenever I pitch an idea to them, they're not the most excited about it. I have to do a lot of convincing that, oh, okay, this. But the thing is, they're super down, man. They're always really excited.
No, because most of the time it's in his head. Like,
Yeah,
probably is a very visual thing.
And sometimes things just don't work out.
Yeah.
Sometimes things don't work out, and you have to be ready to scrap whole projects if you're going to think that way. We've shot a lot of things where we've just not put it out. And stuff like that. But I mean, I guess the product of it all, the end product of it all is quite nice. It's okay. It's decent.
It's amazing in my opinion, but like, yeah.
It's decent.
Yeah, okay. So, do you think there's like a lack of importance in albums in MHH?
Yeah, there is. ഒരു ആൽബം എന്താ പറയാ ലിസണിങ് കൾച്ചർ ഇല്ല. ഇറ്റ്സ് മോസ്റ്റ്ലി എ സിംഗിൾ ഫാക്ടറി. ഇറ്റ്സ് വാട്ട് എവർ ദ സോങ് ഇസ് സോർട്ട് ഓഫ്. പക്ഷേ for me at least, as a fan of music in general, how you get to know an artist or how you see ഒരു ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റിന്റെ ക്രിയേറ്റീവ് വിഷൻ ഫുൾഫിൽ ആയി കാണുന്ന ഒരു ആൽബത്തില്ല. The album is an institution. It's very important. is very important.
So Earl Sweatshirt said as well, no? He said that
Yeah.
when if you don't
Yeah.
like a song on an album, you keep listening to it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how we grew up. At least we are probably the last generation that grew up listening to albums like that.
Yeah.
You listen to an album on loop where you eventually end up liking it.
It's a whole body of work, and that I don't know how to like kind of judge artists purely on the basis of like singles.
No, but even then, like
No,
that,
yeah.
exactly like you were talking about Mr. Morale right before this. The
Yeah.
reason I like Mr. Morale was because it's an album.
Yeah.
It works as an album.
Yeah.
Maybe individual songs in it don't work.
Yeah.
But as
Maybe
an
you
album-
don't listen to We Cry Together on loop.
Yeah.
That's understandable. But like
maybe it's not your ringtone. man.
maybe, you know, but like it's supposed to be, there is a reason, there's a point, there's a purpose to everything. That is what an album is.
That's actually how we went into As You Proceed. I remember we were speaking about, it was supposed to be 7 tracks long, As You Proceed.
Yeah.
And we said that we wanted to make a body of work. It was happening in DHH, in the greater realm. There were people like
Dungy is
Danji,
Ruab and everything.
Yeah.
These guys were doing it, and we were watching it and looking at it from an outsider perspective. We were like, oh, wow, this is exactly what we want to do.
Yeah.
But we want to also revolutionize the game. We want to bring it to the place that we feel like can hold the torch and run a mile with it. You know, like
We
we're-
want to do it for like
for our
place,
lands,
for
like-
Kochi, you
Yeah.
know, for like from our place, like with our references, with our, you know, it's just
100%, man. And
Yeah.
like for a lot of it, I mean, you look at it and you think that okay, maybe does someone else deserve this? Does someone else deserve the spot? Are we even meant to do music and like
Yeah.
stuff like that? You know, that's the questions that we're dealing with on the album.
Yeah.
We don't know the answers to these questions, but we know that at least for the sake of the game, we have to put something on. At
Yeah.
least for just the game, like the
Doesn't-
exhilarating nature of it.
It doesn't matter
Doesn't
who
matter.
listen, who doesn't listen, if it is getting like, you know, fucking, I don't know, great numbers or that. No, that's not like the thing, you know. It's
Yeah, and
just
we're like the Drakes of DHH, you know.
Yeah, because
We get
we are
millions
around
and millions
millions
of-
and billions of plaques on the wall. Everyone knows us, you know. So yeah, it's not like we have thought of when Payangadal came out, we wanted it to be
That
thing.
was it. That was like the T-Pab of India.
Yeah, we wanted it to be perceived that way.
We were
okay.
dude, we were saying, we were comparing it with other albums, and we were like, dude, that can't be the T-Pab of India because that's using jazz. We're using Indian classical.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, pretentious, horrible.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck that shit.
Yeah,
you know,
no, man.
Just use whatever.
Shall we proceed? We didn't go into it like that.
No,
I
we
don't know
don't.
if
We
it's not
still
okay.
don't think about. I don't know what we think. Like, see, with Shall We Proceed, we're just like, hey, we. This is a lot of us. In it. Even in Payangadal, we kind of took the, you know, we kind of were in the shroud of like fiction. We were able to use a lot of fiction.
Yeah.
This time it is as even when it gets like fucking corny to say some stuff, we do say it.
We say it, and I think even with he brought up individuals. I would say that Shall We Proceed also has a sense of community to it.
Yeah.
In the sense that we are extensively talking about communities of people that we see are
Yeah.
Yes,
below a certain kind of individual in India, and we are risking a lot of things by doing that, and we don't know when it will get to us. It will get to us soon enough. It has got to us in a lot of ways also.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we felt like it was necessary. It's probably this teen angst that's going to backfire really terribly. But if it does, then I want them to know that I said it already and it's going to backfire. But yeah.
So like, I wanted to ask about like As We Proceed ആണെങ്കിലും like the sounds that you guys use for As We Proceed, the samples and like all are like very proper Indian. Like നമ്മുടെ ഒരു പണ്ട് കാലത്തെ നമ്മൾ സിനിമകളിലെ സൗണ്ട് ട്രാക്സ് ആണെങ്കിലും like the instruments and all that stuff, like you can notice like how much research has gone into like picking each pieces for it. So like how was it, like the experience?
Cheradite, it's an insecurity. For me, it was. For me, when I came into it, I knew that I wanted to make something Indian because for a very long time I felt like I wasn't. I felt because
Yeah, I
again,
get that. Like,
Yeah.
NRI ആവുമ്പോ like I get it.
you-
As an NRI, I get you. Like, yeah.
Oh, you are also. Where?
Yeah, I was in Qatar.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I try very hard to be Indian. So like, yeah, I get that.
And you try very hard. You try extensively to be Indian,
Yeah.
right? And that goes on for a while, and after a point it stops. I wouldn't say that that's still there now. But yeah, then I was still new. I was like maybe 2 years after moving out, and I'm like, this is my motherland. I need to make music for it, by it, from it. And I think a lot of that stemmed very honestly from insecurity. And even on As You Proceed, I think even on the initial promotional footage and all, I would say that it sounds from Ethiopia and India. Because I think there's a lot in common. I mean, I did a lot of, there's Ethiops by Billy Woods. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out that album, bro. That changed the whole
Yeah,
thing.
bro. Remorseless changed me as a man.
Yeah.
That's why we're here right now.
Preservation and because of
Preservation.
which Preservation is the producer of
Ethiopians,
yeah. So he keeps delving into these Ethiopian samples. And
Yeah.
these Ethiopian samples sound exactly like Indian samples. And then when you learn more about Ethiopian artists and Ethiopian jazz, you realize how much in common they have with how jazz started in our country. Like artists like Rupa, artists like why am I forgetting these people's names? And R.D. Burman. All of these
A
people.
lot of people we took from
So many people
particular
we-
Tamil music director we
that
took
we
from.
don't want to
Whose
name, that
name
we
we will
can't
not
name.
name. Whose name we will not name.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, there are. Dude, take the track if you want, man.
Yeah.
Take it. We made a lot of money out of that track.
Yeah.
Lots of money.
The 5 rupees we got from you can have, bro. You take.
Take it. But then we went into it, we didn't know if we could release As We Proceed on Spotify. I mean, they did take it down.
Yeah,
but
it's taken down, right?
when we released it also, we knew that we were risking these samples because we wear these samples quite heavy-handedly. Also, I was.
It's like very visible. Yeah, that's what.
It's very visible and my productions are not that good. Okay, I'm not being humble, but it really isn't. On As You Proceed, it really isn't. It's not on tempo, nothing's on key. It's really bad.
And I have no knowledge to know if it is or
If it is or- exactly.
if it is or not.
But-
But I'll rap. Okay.
But I knew that from As You Proceed, I knew that there is a community for these things because when it came out, I think people were so. It was so scant in India that even that created a very small wave. You know,
Yeah.
it created a very small ripple effect where people were like, "Whoa, what is this? And why are we hearing this in India? And why is this in Malayalam?" And I'm like, we can do this.
Yeah.
We've been doing this. We've been doing this for centuries with films. You know, we've been doing this for
Yeah.
decades and decades with films. We've been the pioneers.
Yeah.
Like Kerala, I'm talking.
Other.
Why can't we with music?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why is abstract?
We
so-
always, again, even as you said, like that's why the first track is called Ammaria. Even though I'm like talking to my mother or like from my mother, like it's also
A reference to John Abraham.
okay, dude.
John Ab-
Yeah, that's how we
Shout out.
started. Shout out,
Shout
dog.
out, man.
Yeah, that's a even in like Shall We Proceed the promo we shout out like
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we just
Agra,
these are
Agra,
people we,
Karda, yeah,
yeah,
these
yeah.
are people that we this is what we grew up on.
Yeah.
This is
Dude,
what we
if you
made us.
look
you
at
know.
if you
This
look
is
at all of the things, like everything is a reference that adds to the album. Like even the album trailer, it's Do the Right Thing by
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. That's the radio guy, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
He's
and
wearing the
yeah,
exact same.
yeah,
ones.
yeah. I got it. I got it at that second. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the heat and the water and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Exactly. All of those things are. It's just
Yeah.
straight ripping off.
Just
Why
shout out.
not?
Yeah, that's why we'll shout out. Shout out Agrathil Kalda. Shout out AIPN. Shout out Carl Watts.
Shout out Papan, man.
Shout out Papan, who
Shout out
acts
Papan.
in all our shout out
Papan,
Papan.
Janice,
You
Joshua.
know, season. I love
Season.
season. I love what Gavin Packard.
Gavin Packard.
I love watching Gavin Packard in that film. So it's like shout out Gavin. It's just this is everything we love, and that's what Shall We Proceed is. It's everything we love.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we definitely stripped pretense from whatever degree we could out of that album. We really realized if we want people to hear it, we have to make it for people and not for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what.
Kinda leaving the ego at the door.
Yeah.
You know, it just yeah.
That.
Know when you suck. That's just
And we suck a lot.
yeah.
Off.
We suck. Oh god.
No. Please.
No. Pause.
Alright.
But we're trash. But yeah.
That was the last question.
Yeah,
for
that's the
this
last
place.
question for this
Alright.
place. So we'll wrap up here and
We'll go to the next
to
place.
the next
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah, sure. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Got it?